welcome back to my channel. This is What is Wednesday. For those of you that are brand new to my channel, welcome. What is Wednesday is a series started on my channel where anybody and everybody can comment, complain, and your concerns out there. I basically do what is, where is, why is, and I'm now going to be doing how is, or how. So basically you can come to my channel, comment anywhere you want. I have the links to my social medias are down in the description box down below of every video. So without further ado, let's get into some of you guys' complaints. So, as you just heard by the intro, this is What is Wednesday. We are now all caught up because we are at episode 44. Yay! So yeah, the other videos, their links and stuff like that are all in the description box. There's also the playlist for you guys to head on over to. If you did miss the other two, you can either check the playlist or the description box because all the links are in there, and it was a really good idea that a subscriber came up with to just do all three videos and catch back up completely. Hopefully I don't have to ever do this again, but I do think if I do, this is how I want to do it. So it is still January 20th. This one comes, it's still the continuation from the group of the last video. But it is the last one dealing with 9/11. So none of the other ones after this one will be dealing with 9/11. They will be dealing with some regular stuff. How did 9/11 affect you, if it affected you in any way? For me, I was living in New York at the time. My mother and my father both worked in the two towers. My dad was a shift supervisor for one of the insurance companies. My mom was an assistant supervisor for a second shift of one of the transportation companies. They both usually left early in the morning before I woke up for school. I usually always rode the bus to school with my friends, and I got picked up by my dad after school but when the two towers were hit, both my mother and my father were killed. My campus was put on lockdown for some odd reason, and we were not told right away what happened. My grandma found out about an hour after what happened. She didn't know how to tell me, but it was the worst day of my life. I found out from my grandma a couple days later that my mom was a couple months pregnant. She was waiting to tell me when she found out the gender, so that she would tell me when she was 4 months pregnant. She was only 3 months. October she was going to tell me, so not only did I lose my mom and dad, but I lost my sibling as well. Last year on September 11th, 2020, my grandmother passed away. She contracted the virus in the hospital after she had surgery to remove an enlarged ovary. So yeah, September has always been a hard month, and it was now, again, much harder for me. So for me, I was affected in the sense that I actually lost a very close best friend. When I moved from Marina Valley into Paris, I started the 4th grade. I met two very special friends. One of them was a very sweet boy who already had a girlfriend. He was in 5th grade, and one that was also in my class, and she was also a 4th grader, and she became my very best friend. She, to this day, is still my very best friend. But the boy that I met, his name was Zachary. Zachary had quite a hard life. His parents never could get along. Going into 6th grade, his mom and dad constantly were having more issues. Unfortunately, I don't know how it happened, but his dad actually bought the wrong plane tickets, and it was taking them to the wrong location. And unfortunately, they were part of the second plane that hit the towers. It was my best friend Zachary, his mom and dad, and his little sister Annabelle. And they were all on the plane. I did not know anything happened till maybe a week later when I was going to school with his girlfriend, whose name was Crystal. And Crystal didn't come to school. She didn't come to school for like a week. After the week that, had passed after it happened. So about 3 weeks after the situation happened, Crystal came back And then she told me that he was passed away. I had no idea. I didn't even know why Zachary wasn't showing up. I was afraid maybe he switched schools or something weird had happened. But in reality, that was not the case. It was just that he was on the plane. And he was on the second plane. They were flying to their grandmother's house where they were permanently going to live. While the parents worked on their situations. I do hope that as ghosts they all worked it out and realized it wasn't worth it. I don't know exactly how they could have bought the wrong plane tickets. I don't know any of that. I still never knew. The grandmother never knew. So we may never know exactly how come that happened. Alright, moving on. So this is the last one, and thankfully it does not have to do anymore with 9/11. This one comes from a friend on Instagram. She says, how old were you when your mom got pregnant with you? Did you get pregnant at the same age she was, or a different age? So my mom had me at 15 years old. I was the product of a rape my mom suffered, a birthday party for my mom's second cousin. He took advantage of my mom, but my mom never told anyone that she didn't give consent to my birth father. She did later on. Sad to say, he is the father of more than 11 children. But my twins were born when I was 18 and my boyfriend was 20. They were unplanned, but I was ready to be a mom. My now husband was ready to be a dad at the time. And there was no hole in the condom, so I still don't know how it happened, but it's okay. Twins are now almost 30. My son, who is the older of the two, by 28 minutes, is expecting a baby the end of this month. He will be 30 by the time his son comes. My daughter, though, is not pregnant yet. She might be 31 before she has a baby. Oh my goodness. So my mom told me that when she was pregnant with me, she was 28 years old. So basically I came just before her 29th birthday. Because I was born in November and she's December, so I basically came before her 29th birthday. I unfortunately do not have any birth children. I only have furry children. But my eldest fur son is 8. I'm very happy about that. And then my little bean over there, she's going to be 2 in May. So I don't have any birth children. But that is actually all I have for you guys today in this video. We are now all caught up. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys next week.